Woods in motion. Brown gets the fake for Brown. The handoff to Jefferson, and Jefferson upended. Nice fake, but it didn't fake out Darius Slay, who makes a good stop in the backfield.
And Noteboom goes down. And Darius Slay does a great job avoiding a big hit by the guard, making a great tackle, setting up his defense.
Little delayed handoff to Mixon. Boy, breaking that initial tackle. One of the best running backs in yards after contact since coming into the NFL. Erickson in motion on 2nd and 5. Burrow up the middle, intended for Green, and it's batted down by Slay. What a matchup between those two.
Well, they keep going back to this, and Nate and Gary almost, I mean, you keep going back to that well, backside slant, get everybody else over to the other side, and very fortunate right there. Darius Slay's like, hey, don't be trying that too. Surprised to see his number called.
Slay, the Pro Bowler, each of the last 3 years in Detroit. Burrow off his back foot, snagged out of the air by A.J. Green, but he had never had a chance to wiggle away. Terrific coverage by Slay. And on 4th down, the Eagles defense is able to get off the field.
And just think, they almost lost Slay for the entire game. How big is that right now? The fact that Slay comes back, and he is a huge factor in the most important passing plays in the game.
Do that, you invite throws to the tight end.
And invite a throw here to the outside. Catch is made. He's light, but he's the grandson. Free play, and flag is down. Philly was offside. Darius Slay covering Kendrick. 4th down. Here it is. Beathard airing it out, going deep. You got 3 receivers down there, and it is juggled and incomplete. After all of that, you got
empty backfield, quick release from Roethlisberger. Catch is made by Ray McLeod. His first reception of the season. Darius Slay made the tackle. Hargrave, former Steeler. 3rd down and 16. Roethlisberger over the top. Deontay Johnson now cuts back the other way. He will be tackled back at the 45-yard line by Darius Slay.
Hello. Okay, Darius Slay came to play. A real safe call, 3rd and long. They want to try to gain some yards to punt and pin them back. Deontay Johnson runs across the field. It's just a quick cover 2 beater. Can't get anything, so he tries to wiggle, but Darius Slay having none of that. Woo. Nice hit.
Slay's first season as an Eagle. Spent the last 7 in Detroit. 3-time Pro Bowl corner. 3rd catch for Ebron today. From the Eagles 29. Roethlisberger fires. He was looking for Claypool, who already has 2 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah, and Darius Slay, they saw that route already. And Darius Slay, smart guy, what did he do? He goes on off coverage now. So he's in off-man coverage. He's playing him. He says, okay, I remember that little post route. You're not going to get me with that again. That's a veteran. Exactly, that's a veteran cornerback. And Jim Swartz loved him in Detroit. Brought him over to Philly with him, and that is their #1 lockdown guy. He's going to play well.
Ravens is going about their business. 136 total yards, a 17-0 lead. Work this to the outside, and it's Dobbins with a flag thrown back at the 49-yard line. Darius Slay ranging over.
Jones looking for Slayton. A lot of contact downfield, and Darius Slay wins that little battle. So it's Darius Slay and Darius Slayton, and a flag comes in at the 45. Center calls out some protection help, and here's Gallman. There's Slay, and the 3-time Pro Bowl corner makes the tackle.
I saw that on something.
Is that what it takes? Daniel Jones off play action, incomplete. Darius Slayton, the intended receiver, and Darius Slay said, Darius Slayton, you're not making this catch.
Yeah, that's why they brought him over from Detroit, right? You had to upgrade a corner, and why not go get one of the best man-to-man guys in the game? and just playing beautifully through the hands. Man, that's such a good play. Getting that left hand in there.
This will be a free play for Mayfield. And it's nearly intercepted by Darius Slay, but they'll have another crack at it on third down.
Yeah, the Browns really have talked about this.
Maybe the entire Philadelphia roster. It's a 3rd and 22. Shuffle pass to Jones. Tries to unleash a stiff arm, but they'll be well short of the first. No flag. As Rodgers was trying to go right back and get that touchdown streak for Adams extended.
Explosive runs, which has been a problem for the Eagles this season.
Here is Hill, who loads up and delivers to Thomas. To Slay with a sure-handed tackle. And so they're in field goal range. Will bring a 4th down and 2. Is Sean Payton feeling aggressive? We'll see.
That was a real nice job by Darius Slay, recognizing the pattern. I mean, Michael Thomas is going in. He's going to whip out. He had a guy on the outside to carry. Saw the play develop in front of him.
Dalton with 3 completions of over 50 yards. 2nd down and 8. As Dalton was looking for Lamb, and it is picked off. Intercepted by Darius Slay. So the Eagles get the football back in Cowboys territory. A huge play. First interception of the season by Slay, who missed last week's game with a concussion.
That's the big play that Philadelphia needed. Slay is all the way out to the right side, and they drop back in coverage. And wow, what an athletic play, closing the gap. And you know, it was a little underthrown. CeeDee Lamb trying to go back for the football, but Darius Slay goes and makes a tremendous interception. Sets up the offense now in the plus territory and gives this Phillies team a chance. That's what they needed, a game-changing play.
Run here.
And so they're going to run it again to Patterson, who's got a short game. Well, consider this. That's going to bring them over 100 yards. 3rd and long here. They're only 3 of 10 on 3rd. Ryan standing in, delivers, knocked away. Darius Slay read it all day long. Pressure, Fletcher Cox, Ryan sidearms, gets away from it. They're not going to get a 1st down. Kyle Pitts up to the 30.
That Ezekiel Elliott doesn't have. Prescott to throw. He's sending a message right now saying, I'm still here. 2nd and goal, flip it to CeeDee Lamb, trying to get the corner. Won't get there. Be taken out for a loss. Darius Slay made sure of that. 3rd and goal. That's a nice job by Philadelphia of playing this wide receiver end around and making sure they contain it and don't lose leverage on it. You can see it right there. Patrick Johnson with a very nice job of stringing that thing out laterally.
McKinnon, the former Viking and 49ers in. Hardman in motion, swing it to him. Hardman trying to beat his man on the outside, cannot. Slay holds his water well. A gain of a yard.
And how about the eyes of Mr. Slay out on the corner? Darius Slay, he sees it the whole way because there's supposed to be a blocker out there to take care of him. He went right past the attempted block by DeMarcus Robinson, number 11.
You mentioned the rookie right tackle.
On 2nd down, Darnold lets it fly. It is picked off by Darius Slay. Slay returns it inside the 15 and down to the 10. Boy, Philly fans have been waiting a while for Darius Slay to put his stamp on this season. A pick and a return of 15 yards.
They brought Darius Slay over last year. This is what they wanted. These are the plays, the game-changing plays that he made early in his career in Detroit. Protection was pretty good. You know, again, it got pushed a little into his lap. Darius Slay is just kind of playing that cover 2 corner. He's kind of just sitting underneath, reading the eyes of Sam Darnold. He looks like a wide receiver. He goes up and high points the ball. Gives his team.
Did this once and motioned him out. Here they bring a running back and Freeman across the formation. Out the back door they go with a tight end pass. Yeah, and that is Ian Thomas, who was read well. Darius Slay brings him down. No gain.
Yeah, just Ian Thomas didn't really have a lot of
Darnold with a deep drop, lets the routes develop, zings an interception. It's Slay again, his second of the game. Back and forth we go with these turnovers. Number 2 has 2. Slay and this Eagles defense coming to life today, trying to keep them in the game. Can the offense wake up? 15-6. Interception in his season plus for the Eagles coming into today, has 2 today alone. And an Eagles defense that had 1 interception all year has those 2 from Slay today.
1st and 20. Evans. Haven't said his name much tonight. Gets 5.
Raiders start from their 28-yard line. Carr to the outside. Catch made by Ruggs. And you talked about the matchup earlier, Jonathan, with Darius Slay. Slay forcing him out of bounds.
Yeah, and Slay respecting that speed, usually playing off man on Henry Ruggs. But one thing I liked about guys.
Maybe a half a generation. 2nd down and 12. Darius Slay comes up to make the tackle, the longtime Lion on St. Brown. His first reception. Slay, a 3-time Pro Bowler. Player, broadcaster, our former colleague at Fox, who passed away at the age of 68. Ball comes loose, and it will be taken in for a touchdown back in Detroit by Darius Slay.
Let's see if it was a fumble, Kenny. Slay enjoying his comeback to Detroit. All right, let's see. Darius Slay, DeAndre Swift, Avonte Maddox just punches it right out. That is a fumble. Nice play.
This kid takes football seriously. 3rd down and 5. Knocked away.
Bridgewater under pressure, got rid of it to the near side, but that's going nowhere. Gordon holds on here, but right on top of him is quarterback Darius Slay.
Well, Jonathan Gannon, the Eagles defensive coordinator, really has to be pleased with that drive. You know, how many times have you heard all week, all season about the secondary and their inability to get stops in the passing game, the high completion percentage that they are giving up.
Melvin Gordon, straight ahead.
Oh, the ball's out.
Coming out of there with the football is Darius Slay. Slay on the move to the outside. Blockers in front of him. Slay all by himself down the field.
Davion Taylor comes in. He gets that ball out, I believe, before Gordon hits the ground, and then Darius Slay picks it up, goes the other way. What a play.
That will be the question. Where was Gordon when that ball came loose?
There was a lot of bodies, and so the question is going to be, was he on top of the pile before his knee was able to hit the ground? Again, just a terrific effort by Davion Taylor.
It has been confirmed a touchdown for the Eagles, and Slay's return is 82 yards.
Blitz. Well, they're bringing the pressure today.
Here they come. Simeon down the middle, broken up. Darius Slay had the coverage on Marquez Callaway.
Well, that's probably the one guy you don't want to target right there. Darius Slay, you see him right up here. Watch him. Outside leverage, outside leverage. Now I'm going to undercut this thing.
beautiful job. He stays so fluid with his hips, and he stays so low in and out of breaks. That's just the reason he is so quick. One of the premier cover corners, because he never comes out of that stance. He doesn't have to sink back down to react. He's always in it.
Simeon stepping up. Past the sticks, dangerous throw, intercepted. Darius Slay, big play. Slay has done it again. His third defensive touchdown of the season, and it puts the Eagles up 19.
This is about having a clock in your head. Slay, watch his body position. He knows there's pressure. He knows they haven't been able to block it up front. He knows that he's not going to get beat deep on that, so he's just waiting, biding time. That clock triggers in his head.
Here is Ingram again, and a good job by Philadelphia front, still trying to rip that ball out. That'll hold them up for third down and shortcoming.
All right, I like it. You got a great cover corner in Slay. Watch him come up here and force the edge. He's going to see it. Come on down there, get involved. I want to play football too. Really nice form tackle. Go ahead, Slay. Wrap him up. Hamstring tackles. That's what we're talking about, right? Get around those legs. You don't.
Slayton was in motion. Jones, one-on-one, top side. Incomplete, looking for Kenny Golladay. It was Darius Slay, his old Detroit Lion teammate in coverage. These two went against each other in practice every day for a couple of years.
Well, watch him up here on top. Watch him stay on top of the receiver right here. You see it and then feel for it. Try to turn his head around, but I tell you what, I know the fans right now are looking for some type of contact, but I think that was a great no call. Darius Slay doing a great job of staying on top of that route, making or forcing Daniel Jones to throw the back shoulder. He didn't get that done.
Wilson taking a deep shot down the field, and it is incomplete. Moore had a good look at it, could not bring it in. Darius Slay had the coverage for Philadelphia.
Slay excellent in coverage, but if you're looking at Moore going, here's the guy who's only 5'10". Look at him go up, try and high point that ball, but Slay gets that arm in between the two hands of the wide receiver and pokes it out.
Slay having a big year for the Eagles, the only defensive player in the NFL to score 3 touchdowns this season.
Third down and 16 for Gilbert in Washington. Eagles rush 4. Gilbert going deep. Jump ball from McLaurin working against Slay, and it's incomplete.
And as much as they're trying to come down with that football, they're almost just hoping to draw a penalty on a deep double move to McLaurin. They got to get him involved in the offense. And this is one way to try. It's just, I mean, these are the quarterback.
10th play of this long time-consuming drive. Gilbert will throw, and it's batted away. Darius Slay got a hand on that one. Third down and 7.
Just a little late. Slay makes a great break on this. You're going to see him at the top of the screen. Watch him slam on the brakes. That ball's got to get airborne quickly. And if you see that soon enough, you'd like him to throw it to that corner route over the top to Dax Milne.
Second down and 9. Fromm swings it out. Barkley is met back at the 34-yard line. The 4-time Pro Bowler Darius Slay, as we check out the Eagles defense.
And speaking of Mr. Pro Bowler Darius Slay, tremendous in one-on-one coverage, tremendous in zone. What I really love, and defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon said, he is so unselfish. He comes up, makes tackles, as we just saw. He'll take on blocks. That's why he's a Pro Bowler, and that's why this defense has gotten so much better.
Brady keeps, throws, passes off the hands of Mike Evans with Darius Slay right on him.
I mentioned
earlier that the Eagles haven't faced a top quarterback since week 9. I don't count last week against the Cowboys. Dak Prescott, of course, being one of those guys. And I know that based on those comments by Arians, how much he respects Tom and what he does for this team. And it is true. If he has time.
Holes on the jerseys a couple of years ago. It has thrown off guys like my buddy Mark. Looking for DJ Chark. He holds on and absorbs the hard hit from Darius Slay. They pick up 5 yards. That is only the second positive completion for Goff.
Well, they're popping right now, right? The pads are popping. They're feeling confident. You see the break by Slay right.
Kevin O'Connell said, I already thought he was one of the top 2 receivers in football, but he's so much better than even I thought he was.
3rd down and 5. Cousins backs up, throws. Jefferson broken up. And the play made by Darius Slay. It'll be 3 and out for the Vikings to start their night.
Well, they put Darius Slay over there on Justin Jefferson, and he is matched up one-on-one. That's not going to happen a lot in this game. The safety's given a little bit of help so he could challenge it some. But overall, he had a mano-a-mano, and he came up and made the play.
4-time Pro Bowl corner is Darius Slay. 2nd down and 10. Good protection, end zone pick. Pass is intercepted by Slay. A flag is down at the 25. For now, it's a takeaway for Philadelphia. And the indication is it's against Minnesota. The pick will stand.
Holding offense. First down. Timeout.
Well, last week, the Lions were 4 for 4 in the red zone, scoring touchdowns. Tonight, the Vikings.
Big play Slay was thinking he was going to get number 2 tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. But a big-time completion, and now Slay almost gets one here as he flashes in front of Jefferson. And Slay came to play tonight.
He sure did. I mean, he's reading these routes because he sits on this at the top of it. And Jefferson's not one of those guys you really want to sit on, but you can tell he's just he's reading exactly where Jefferson is going, and there was another opportunity for him. But yeah, he's playing with a tremendous amount of confidence right now.
Backpedaling, end zone try, and incomplete. There's Slay again. And Cousins just threw it up for grabs as he was on the run under heavy pressure by Hassan Reddick.
Well, they come untouched. The interesting thing is they got 3 receivers.
Blitz. Cousins to the end zone and intercepted. What a night for Darius Slay. He's got his 2nd, and the Eagles have their 3rd of the night. And Slay has won this battle tonight with Justin Jefferson.
The pass was intercepted, and the intercepting player was down by contact in the end zone for a touchdown.
First penalty accepted against Arizona. And trying to make something happen is Benjamin, but not much Eagle defense ready for that. Darius Slay, haven't called his name a whole lot today.
Well, I know you don't want to be impatient and get the whole thing back necessarily.
Both backs in the game together. Pollard out as a receiver. No gain. Goes nowhere. Darius Slay, who they traded with the Lions to acquire a couple of seasons ago, has kept his high level of play here in Philly.
I mean, this is fantastic. This is one of the most elusive running backs in all of football in space. And there you go, Darius Slay making
even thinner for the moment. Middle of the field open, 3rd and 9. Rush throws, intercepted by Slay. And Slay picking up blocks, thrown down at the 46. Cooper Rush, no interceptions, 4 games, 2 interceptions in this first half. For the 41,
Rush protected, tries the sideline again, and Darius Slay is there again. He was the defensive player of the week in the Monday Nighter. He shut down Justin Jefferson and the Vikings, had 2 picks in that game. He's been good when thrown at tonight.
I don't know. I know they love Gallup, and they think that he can play against anybody. I've seen enough of Darius Slay tonight and a few games on television this year. I think I'm trying somebody else.
And his 8.
Play action fake, roll out. Almost intercepted, then almost caught on the rebound. Slay almost had his pick. It was intended for Johnson. You look at what the Eagles have done.
Reddick, Quinn. 3rd and 22. Pass here, Chris Moore, who scored the touchdown at the end of the first half. To the 33, where he's tackled by Darius Slay. So a slow start for both teams.
Importantly, it keeps Jalen Hurts in the offense over on the sideline.
Heineke keeps, throws, pass is incomplete as Logan Thomas could not hang on, and Darius Slay, who is playing brilliantly, made the hit.
Yeah, that's the first pass of this drive, and this is one where, you know, Heineke, when you're coming across Logan Thomas, you're expecting the quarterback to protect you, and when you see the corner Slay coming off, you've got McLaurin in behind that, right on that sideline. And with you coming out of the pocket, that's a pretty easy read for a quarterback. I know that it's been stressed all week.
Julio Dobbs, the rookie, remains out with a high ankle injury. Pressure up the middle. Rodgers escapes the sack, keeps it alive, fires towards Lazard. It's deflected and intercepted 2 feet down by Josiah Scott.
It's pretty simple. He said it all starts with number 22. We've done a good job with him. We need to continue.
They've done a really good job with Henry, who gets it here, and they continue doing it. Fletcher Cox with a big hit, that time with help from Slay.
Leading this year, the dynamic running skills that he has, but again, the ability to bring that with his style of pocket play tied in together is what makes this Eagles offense so challenging to defend.
Because it's Jones out of a collapsing pocket. Darius Slay, great break on the ball to swat it away from Isaiah Hodgins.
There's a great example of how this rush and coverage works together. The ball has to come out on a certain amount of time, right? Because you've got Hassan Reddick coming in.
Down from the 25. Jones will look to throw again in the quick game. He's got Slayton again. It's so hard to have a really good feel for how good Daniel Jones is. Other than that, he's set up perfectly to succeed. Facing this vaunted pass rush. Zips a throw. It's broken up by Darius Slay. And center receiver is Simba Webster, who does not have a catch.
Hope he's all right. Yeah, now out of the game. Keep an eye on that. Prescott pressure comes underneath the Lamb, who gets tackled by Slay.
So far, San Francisco with a 14-6 lead over Arizona. Shotgun here for Webb. Popped up in the air. Incomplete. He was trying to hit Golladay, but Darius Slay, the 5-time Pro Bowler, was there.
3rd and 4 for the Patriots.
A lot of empty formation, trying to tire out the D-line.
Pass. Intercepted. Deflected and picked off. And running with it is Slay. And he breaks the tackle and gallops to the end zone for the pick 6.
Bringing back Slay. Bradbury reloaded this roster, and I think they're going to have a great chance to get back to the Super Bowl. And right there, one mistake against the Philly team puts you in a deep hole. But I thought this was a little bit on Mac Jones. He rushed it. He has time in the pocket, and the ball just barely comes out of his hand.
Off the fingertips of Bourne. It was not a good throw. Way wide of the mark. Bourne was open. Did he step out? I don't believe he did. Look at Darius Slay take it to the house.
For the Patriots on all levels.
As the first 3rd down conversion. Now they're going for the deep ball. One-on-one over here. And Slay almost came down with it. Bourne was racing down that way for the Patriots, but Slay never let him get out of his sight.
Slay's reading the backfield, and he's guessing. He gets too far inside, but to make up that ground and then to track the ball and to still high point it, that is an incredibly athletic play and shows you why they love him. And he really should have had the interception. He was too aggressive to start
last Sunday and then did almost nothing in the second half. Quick flip to him, and he can't escape that tackle. So Slay is right there to take him down and move Hawkinson, the tight end, into the slot. And a flag is thrown and a free play here going deep downfield. Nothing to lose. And it's incomplete. Again, you got Slay there. But Cousins fires. And Jefferson can't handle it. Broken up by big number 2, Darius Slay, who had a pick 6 last.
Very underrated tight end. A lot of great tight ends around the league, but this guy's solid.
Here's Evans. They get him involved. Had the miss on the try.
Here. It's Robinson looking for the edge. Darius Slay, open field tackle to stop him right at the marker.
Negative 8 yards. Fake to him. Tua stops, throws. Tyreek Hill retreating, looking for space. Too many green shirts. Even the cheetah can't get by. It's a loss of 3. Full credit to Josiah Scott. Got down low, would not let Tyreek get by him. It's Berrios in motion this time, and Tua looking, comes towards Berrios, well covered. Darius Slay was right there, and nothing was open. To Mostert for about 3 yards as he's taken down by Darius Slay coming off the corner.
Boy, that's a big-time play there by Darius Slay.
They're in an empty backfield. The Eagles bring 4. Tua backpedals, fires, end zone, and it's picked off by Slay. Darius Slay undercuts it. Gets the return to the 17-yard line. Tua is trying to loft one and back up. Big play, Slay on another Sunday.
Run, set. How on the move when he delivered that. A little dump off here. That's Armo, the fullback, who is brought up from the practice squad today.
Rico Dowdle comes in the game at running back. Prescott looks over the middle, and the ball is dropped in the hands of Ferguson, who got hit by Slay right away. Looking to throw. He's got room to run. Going to try to get in. Diving. Flipped over, and he's short. Slay and Cunningham combine, and it's 4th and goal.
Well, now a big decision. We've seen both teams keep their offenses on the field numerous times today on 4th down.
All or nothing. Prescott dancing around. Just going to throw in the end zone. His catch is made by Lamb, but he's short. The Eagles will win it.
Quick throw out on the edge. Hardman back in Kansas City. 2nd down and 9. Incomplete. Pass intended for Rice.
And trying to cover him up, this is not easy.
Here's it out. Downfield. Incomplete. And the Eagles take over. And they're going to ride out of here with a victory. Watson was the target yet again, and Nick Sirianni's Eagles have
3rd and 9. Pass to Sherfield, incomplete, and no flag.
Pretty sure that would have been Diggs if he was in.
That was Slay on the coverage.
Yeah, great job, Darius Slay. Been playing at a high level for a long time. 5 Pro Bowls the last 6 seasons. Look at that right there. The spin and turn. And then to close the gap right there, might have been.
There's the pass. Incomplete. Diggs looking around for the flag.
Oh my gosh.
That does not exist. Slay on the coverage.
1st down. Prescott. Toss it to the corner. Is it caught? No, incomplete, out of bounds for CeeDee Lamb. Darius Slay, who gets mad when you call him Darius, so Slay on the tackle out of bounds.
Not there, he's out of there.
Looking, and now getting out of there. As he's chased, fires downfield. Good play by Slay to knock away the pass from Brandon Cooks as it falls incomplete.
Do it, and these receivers are better at responding now.
Out quick for the 36. Slay broke it up. Intended for Michael Gallup. Jumped on the inside and got that left arm in there.
We told him that we would evolve what we described him as we went along. So he's made enough plays now to go from Slay to big play Slay. So if he gets 2 interceptions, I don't even want to go there. Well,
now with Jacobs in the backfield, even more weaponry for this man. And Love his first completion of the season, a gain of 4 to Christian Washington. Switch the motion man, play action. Love slips. Love gets rid of it. Caught. Musgrave, not much room, but a flag. Fouling it up. 4th highest winning percentage among coaches in the Super Bowl era. There's a nice run. Oh, Jacobs lost the ball, and it's picked right back up by Green Bay. Big play, Slay got his hand in there, poked it loose, and it ends up being 3rd and very short as Bo Melton just hopped on top.
Slay gets his shoulder right on the football. Good physical.
There is Rashid Shaheed without a catch today. Nick Salvaderi, second-year man out of Old Dominion, replaces Ruiz at right guard. Carr scans, lofts one. There is Shaheed. Can't pull it in. Coverage from Slay.
They just mentioned Salvaderi. He's in at right guard. He gets beat quick by Jalen Carter. That's why he doesn't quite get enough on this ball. See how it's kind of thrown to the inside? Nice effort there by Shaheed trying to get back inside of Slay to come down with the catch, but it all starts with that Jalen Carter pressure in his face. Leads to a ball thrown off target.
Sorry, Greg. It was Slay that is in cover
with Godwin, and when they're both involved, they're so dangerous and difficult to stop.
This time trying to get it to Godwin, but a great play on the ball by Darius Slay. Read that all the way, and it's 3rd and 10. Now the Eagles have to start thinking about getting it back.
You know, that's just a little, like I said, we got to get these coverages a little tighter, contest them a bit more, get up there, make them challenge them, force Baker to make those A-plus throws. Try to find Evans if you can.
Comes near side, has a completion. Otten is out of bounds, but no, they're going to run the clock. He did not get there. Cool as a cucumber, not sweating at all. Here's Baker Mayfield throwing the far side of the field, and that's incomplete.
There he is, stepping to the bottom of your screen, Neighbors, and Jones protected again, and incomplete, going to Neighbors. The coverage was good, and Darius Slay making the play on an Eagle defense. And the penalty, they got 11. Tracy stopped short at the 30-yard line. And the Eagle defense has been better against the run in the last few weeks. Jones will throw, and incomplete. It would have been enough for the first down, but Robinson now second. Giants are second in the NFL in most drops behind Cleveland.
This is just a little snag route by Wan'Dale Robinson, and these are the ones you got to have on 3rd and short. You know it's going to be a bang-bang type play. Daniel Jones put it exactly where he needed in the framework of his body, in between the ones, and obviously that knee's not bothered.
Sets up as a receiver on the outside. Burrow from the gun. They're going to look over to that side. It's caught by Brown, the catch and curl, and he's twirled down short of midfield by Darius Slay, the perennial Pro Bowler. It's a gain of 5.
Here he might come back and go for it again on 4th down.
Shotgun. Burrow. A floater! Couldn't be handled by Burton. Darius Slay wins the matchup. 4th down.
Rookie versus veteran. Veteran won because Slay is used to being in these positions, and there's zero panic. And he actually saw the football coming, got a hand up between the two hands of Jermaine Burton, made the first play, and look how he stays with it. Battles him the entire way to make sure the youngster doesn't come down with the ball. Yards, this one 41.
It's a pitch to Brown. Took a hit from Slay. Chase Brown pops off the turf.
3rd and 8. Got time to go down the field and almost ends up in the arms of Darius Slay. It was intended for Brooks. And the Cowboys, 3 plays and a punt on the way.
Well, this is at the end of the play. Cooper, I know he's thinking that they jumped off sides, and so he's going to go ahead and take a shot one-on-one there, but this, especially if he blitzes.
3rd and 3, rush, tough pass. Look at Slay comes.
CeeDee Lamb, and you make Ferguson number 2, and that's where they allocate resources.
3rd and 5. Here's the pass, open. Lamb unable to reel it in. Slay on the coverage.
Well, this is a little and out.
From the end zone, looking, throwing, and nowhere to go, of course, for Eckler. Tackled by Darius Slay.
Play action, Stafford, lofting to Nakua. Oh, almost came up with it. He and Darius Slay, a great battle. Nakua came down hard. Pass incomplete.
6 now in the 4th. Hubbard again, and he gets hit by Darius Slay at the line of scrimmage.
His quarterbacks.
Pressure coming. Young over the middle. Leggett dropped it as Slay delivered the blow.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. 3rd down.
Clock stops at 89 seconds, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this is the 2nd drop of the day for Leggett, but Darius Slay was forced to go in the slot on Leggett, and he went in there, read that throw immediately, and provided the hit. Eagles.
Here comes Philadelphia. Young is on the move, spinning one way and another. He tosses past the sticks, and it's picked away by Darius Slay. There is a penalty marker on the play. We will check the flag. A crucial call from Carl Cheffers.
Personal foul, illegal blindside block, number 79. That penalty will be added to the end of the play. The unsuccessful 4th down attempt, 1st down, Philadelphia.
And of all the 9 consecutive victories for the Philadelphia Eagles, this was about as grinded out as it gets, and Darius Slay comes up with the big play to seal the deal.
That was a block right there by Kwanu, their former 1st-round draft pick. Adam Thielen works his way all the way across the field, and Slay stays with him and undercut this route. So smart by Slay, not getting lost, trying to find the quarterback with the football, just sticking to his man, never.
Just a good style, keep pounding it if you can.
Harris drops the ball, it is loose, still bouncing around. I think Philadelphia has it. They do! Darius Slay came up with the Najee Harris fumble.
That is critical today against this really good Eagles defense.
Back-to-back pass plays, slings one, and it's broken up by Darius Slay. 6-time Pro Bowler with the coverage, and it's 3rd and 10.
A really nice job here by Slay. He's back playing at a really high level, and because of the pressure that this Eagles defense, Philadelphia organization under Nick Sirianni, they are going to keep the pressure on you at all times.
De'Ami Brown dumped in the backfield by Darius Slay. It's also not often that your backup quarterback was a 1st-round pick 2 years ago and 2 years as a starter in the NFL.
Nice job there by Darius Slay. He just completely avoids the block. Ben Sinnott, the rookie tight end, just can't get anything on him. And this is where Washington has to be careful. You don't want to start chasing points too early in the game, but they have to be willing and able to throw the ball downfield, get some chunk plays. It's going to be hard to go the distance against this defense.
2nd and 12, throw underneath, and it's Slay again, all over the place to start this game, knocking it away from Zaccheaus.
Right now, this is about the 3rd free rusher. They're going to bring pressure off the slot. And this is about the 3rd time now that we've seen a Philadelphia Eagle defender be unblocked in the face of Jaden Daniels. They've got to shoot.
They want 5 of them here on 3rd down. Daniels given time underneath. McNichols got tackled right away. Darius Slay has made a bunch of plays in this 1st half. Holds him to a gain of 1, and they force the punt.
They can move him anywhere they want.
Bringing pressure here. Zaccheaus hemmed in, nowhere to go. Jalen Hunt and Darius Slay both there for the tackle. Yeah, Howie Roseman, the GM, called Vic Fangio, said, what do you think about? Daniels pressured, throws across his body, tipped and picked. Reed Blankenship the interception. Blankenship back inside the 30.
I could see what he saw, but what happens is when he starts retreating backwards, there's just no way to get this ball and drive it fast enough. It's gonna get undercut by Slay, and then it just turns into a tip drill. It's 3rd and 5. You're trying to make a play downfield, but you just can't throw the ball late.
And get some first downs and keep his defense off the field.
Love going to take a shot, going deep down the far side, and intercepted. Darius Slay, stride for stride, picks it off.
This guy's a hard guy to throw go routes on. Wicks gives him a move, and Slay catches up, reads the eyes of Wicks, turns around, the ball's right in his breadbasket. He reads it. Normally DBs don't make those catches. That's why they move you to DB when you're younger, because you can't make them. But in that case, a hell of a
wild card game. He only played 12 snaps with a chest injury. Stafford, some time, and he throws nearly intercepted by his former Detroit teammate, Darius Slay.
Darius Slay is going to jump this right away. He's going to shoot right underneath it here. I thought he had it. I'm watching the route take place, and Slay just was flying across the field and barely, barely missed that one.
Slay had no. Eagles bring 4. Stafford's throw is low. Is it scooped? No, ruled incomplete. Trying to get it to Tyler Higbee, the tight end. They say no catch. Stafford gets it off, slant, incomplete. Intended for Demarcus Robinson. It'll be 3rd and goal, and Slay has been everywhere on this opening drive.
Such a good job there by Darius Slay. Watch this route. This is their best one-on-one route runner on the outside. Demarcus Robinson, and Slay said, nah. Jumped right back in front of that and knocked it out. He's had a big first quarter.
Again, he and Stafford teammates in Detroit for 7 years. They know each other, great deal of respect. They love having this stage to renew their friendship. 2nd and 10. Eagles bring an extra man with pressure. Stafford throwing, broken up by Slay. Darius Slay on the coverage of Nakua. And his old teammate knocks it away from Stafford. It's 3rd down.
A confident break by Slay on that one. He was not worried about the footing on that one. Watch him put his back foot in the ground, break on the ball, and make a huge play, just the same way he started in the first quarter.
Warren Burks, the linebacker, comes. Higbee in motion. Stafford's got to have it. His throw is incomplete. Not close. Philadelphia.
4-man rush. Daniels, quick throw near side is caught by Zach Ertz, the former Eagle, and he's tripped up immediately by Darius Slay.
Because the pass rush is on you so quick.
3rd and long. Daniels zips it, knocked away, nearly intercepted by Slay. Made a great play to tip it, almost got it to himself, and it's 4th and 12.
It's back to the drawing board.
Worthy gets it again and looks to make some moves, but is stymied there by Slay.